do that. Rao always pick up his sleeve. Variations. Oh, good shot. Very good shot. I tell you, that's gone the distance. From Saimayu.
That's out of the top draw. What a brilliant stroke. He's not happy with that shot as Sri Lankan coach, the coaching staff, Malinga. This is a glorious stroke. As you say, he's played from the crease. Wrist work, balance, the whole lot was included in that shot for 6. Absolutely brilliant.
Found nothing on the surface, Tikshana. He found the width, Saimayu, and the length, of course. And as you said, brilliant execution. Outstanding. What a way to announce himself. You gotta slip in. And the Sri Lankan captain, the bowler, looking for that scalp, and your response is to take him on and deposit it over extra cover. Good batting.
You thought about who's the most successful in the first innings. You talked about those leg spinners. They were really good. But look at their contributions. 5 for 45 off 8. Here's another look at that stroke. Just leaning back slightly to get that elevation. The flourish with the arm work was really a thing to behold.
Yeah, great flourish, isn't it? Now that gripped a bit. That definitely gripped. He played a bit early, but still 21 without loss.
पाक है तो पाकिस्तानियत है.
"21 without loss, going at over 10 runs and over, and the requirement is now down to a runner ball. Dot balls are never a consideration. Looking to defend this score. When I say consideration, they're important, but Sri Lanka can never win it with dots. It's all to do with wickets. And wickets early, and if they can in clusters." Oh, beautiful, beautiful! That time on the pads, working the angle, and he is looking good, Saimayu.
What he's got and what he's got to offer. He plays shots of this, so just oozes loss. Look at that, just the bat fell onto the ball there. Just such a beautiful piece of timing. He's got fun there, got deep square, but he did over mid-wicket this time. So he's not managed to get it on here at all so far.
Boundary was an easy angle because his natural movement is back to the left-hander, and he has no mid-wicket, or had no mid-wicket. Now there is one, and he now decides to go over the wicket. So that last delivery, you go around the wicket, you go wide, and you angle it in, and then you're just asking for that shot. Wide, down the leg side. You could see that Tushara's radar is not where it actually should be aiming at.
Captain Shanaka as well. I'm going to ask a few questions, possibly. Say to Tushara, he can't bowl it outside off really by much at all, because all the fielders are up in the ring, and he wants to, if anything, straighter. But now with the shape, the margin for error is so small. Slightly offline onto that thigh pad, it can get flicked away for 4. Not much room for him to work with.
He's got 2 men on the leg side, so he'll be looking to bowl more straighter than really bowling leg stump. Mid-wicket square leg covered. Again, you could see that movement back into the left-hander. See, ideally, when Tushara is on song, he'll go around the wicket and swing it back from wide of the off stump, and almost on a full length, and he's had many a left-handed been dismissed. Now again, that's, you could see it straight and swinging to the left hand. It becomes easy. The boundary that he got, that's a bit of a Misfield boundary that he got was again another gift going wide of the crease onto the pads. Now to the right-hander, his field set suggests that the captain wants him to bowl more middle and off. Well, pace off, clever bowling, that dipped a bit on him.
Be thoughts of Chimera, who's had a big year leading this attack. When he'll be introduced, surely towards the back end of this power play, you'd think, have a bit of a go. Kusara's been entrusted with another over after his first one wasn't the best. This over already, he's gone for 6.
Oh, what a shot! What a shot that is! It hit the side screen on the full. That is a shot with authority again, pace off and hit with tremendous power.
Absolute beauty. He smoked this one. Almost like he knew it was coming. The slower delivery, he saw it. And he freed those arms up. Just enjoyed admiring his work. Lovely view of it, the left foot going out to the leg side a touch so he could free those arms up, and pure timing, 93 meters. That's a big one.
Virtually muscled it, didn't he? That was hit with so much of power. And a great start for the Pakistani team, making a statement, setting the tone in this chase. Short one. That's gone for 6 as well. Back to back. They are moving very, very quickly.
The other's gone for 18. There's still one delivery left. I was wondering when Tusara would think about using a back of a length or a shorter delivery. And he's tried everything, and he included that short delivery, and it's been dispatched. So he went very high, that's for sure. Went many a mile. Back-to-back 6s.
Yeah, great risk. A lot of power. And look at how far it went. The previous one pitched up, forced Tushar to bowl back of a length. And great response from Farhan. 24 of 10. He's already got 18 runs in the over. Tushar has gone for 30 with 1 ball to go. It's a massive over. 19 runs of it. 40 without loss of just 3 overs. Well, what a start by Pakistan. 40 without loss in 3 overs. I mean, just imagine that dugout, the dressing.
तो add to cart है.
Asking rate, he's under 6 runs and over. You couldn't have asked for more. Anything more from these openers in the first 3 overs.
Halfway through the power play, there are streets ahead, needing 89 off 102 balls. That's the equation at the moment. But having a look at Farhan and his efforts so far in the power play, has only seen half of the power play of him, and he smashed it to all parts. The best of them, a straight 6 into the touch screen, and the last one a pickup on the leg side and some frustration. The Sri Lankan perspective at the moment, they need to take wickets.
So this is Mahesh Deekshana continuing. So it's not Chamira, it's Tikshana who's bowling. Chamira hopefully should come on for the next over. Not at the moment.
We talked about him. We were hoping he'd get involved in this power play. They're holding him back here.
Slip in. Just too short. That is too short. That's for timing. And that's for that length. But in the power plays, John, you're asking for trouble.
This pair has been clinical so far. I mean, great to watch his variation there. He never looks like he tries to hit the ball too hard. Ayub places the ball, classical technique, and caresses the ball for 4.
Well, the Pakistan batters seem to find no terrors on the surface. Sri Lanka struggled. In fairness, we did see a few balls getting stuck in the pitch. Some of them stopping. And a lot of turn as well with the leg spinner bowling. But I haven't seen anything in terms of challenging the batters so far in the first 4 overs. You put it down to good batting or just ordinary bowling?
Certainly think Sri Lanka disappointed, didn't bat so well, haven't bowled well either so far. What Pakistan have done is the initial couple overs, they just played good cricket shots. They didn't really try and invent any strokes or run down the wicket and try and hit one over the top. They just used the pace of the ball and have picked up plenty of boundaries. 4 4s, 3 6s already in this power play.
It's been dominating so far by Pakistan. And they've been smart. They've been picking their spots. Aggressive batting. It's not just been hitting 6s and 4s. They blended it well with those singles and 2s as well.
They've got a good understanding. Obviously, it helps to have right left-handers at the top of the order. Shanak has been, they chat a lot to his bowlers in this power play, and you don't want to have to do that too much. It's really tough work trying to keep up with his onslaught from Pakistan early on.
Last ball of the over. Well, they've got 7 with that single of the last ball. 4 overs done. Almost 12 runs and over for Pakistan. 47 without loss.
Okay.
Pitched up, hit through the line, short. Pick your spot. Dusmantha Chamira into the attack with 128 on the board. Sri Lanka needed an effort with the ball. That's 4. The 50 is on the board. They're running away with it. Sri Lanka needed wickets, but they're leaking runs.
Yeah, a pretty slowish delivery, 108 kilometers on that. And Sahibzada Farhan was all over it. 5 boundaries and 3 6s already. Yeah, just trying to bowl a leg cutter there. Minus this boundary, but Chamira has been pick of the ball. He's been amongst wickets for Sri Lanka, and you probably expect that. Sad that the bowling attack doesn't have many runs to defend, so they can't experiment much. They have to follow what's on offer. Well, interesting to see how this power play goes by. He's lifted that high in the air. Has got less distance, more height, so it might be caught up with. Yes,
But that's awareness as well. You may think it was a miss hit, but previous delivery, mid-on was at long on. He came into the circle, and hence Farhan feels that's a free hit for him. No real risk in it. We all know if there's not runs, there are no runs on the board, Sikandar, it's not fair to judge a bowling unit. But they're trying for wickets all the time, looking for something special. And more often than not, the pitch also tends to look flatter. The batters know their target. There's no real pressure on them to try harder.
This
This was discussed, if you remember, back when the team was in Pakistan, that it is slightly on the unfair side for the bowling attack to be tested when the batters are unable to put bigger scores. You're asking them to bowl at the opposition when not too many runs are there and they don't feel that pressure, the opposition.
But bowling, it's about going through your processes, building dots, thereby pressure in partnerships, and forcing the batter to make that mistake. Can't search for wickets every ball, and you just end up playing into the hands of the batters. But the approach of the two teams, the attitude, the clarity in execution, there seems to be a gulf.
It's a good delivery. He's asking a question. The keeper never reacted to it. It's only Chamira.
But as of now, you look at the two batters out there, so confident, so free in playing their shots. As Sri Lanka's point of view. Oh, he's taken the review. Dasun Shanaka. Yep, it was late. They're trying their luck.
TV umpire director, we have a player review for caught behind. Original decision is not out. I have checked the feed. Fair delivery. Start with the front on, please. I need ultra edge there to confirm whether any bat involved. Keep it rolling through, please. Keep it rolling through. Satisfied there is a gap between bat and ball, flat line. Go back to on-field umpire Chamara, please. Chamara, you can stay with your not out
Massive
decision.
gap
You're on
between
screen, make your signal.
Bat
Thank
and
you.
ball, nothing in it. They lose the review, Sri Lanka.
I wonder what prompted him to go for that review, because Kusal Mendes never ever reacted to that when he collected the ball.
Yeah, Chamiro was the one who always wanted it. But when you play out here in Dambulla, something that can happen is with the strong wind, depending on which direction it's blowing. There are players who could hear and who could not hear. And that could be a reason. We've seen that happen.
This time he flashes hard at that and had a bit of width available, and he went on with it. But just a single, that's how quickly it traveled to the fielder in the deep.
Ball turned, bounced a lot more. Lankan batters just couldn't get that timing right. It just looked so different. And that could also come down to the fact of where they are at. Pakistan, Sri Lanka played against each other not too long ago. Pakistan were dominant. They seem to be a team that's improving. But more questions for Sri Lanka, just unable to get that monkey off their back.
End of over number 5. It's 55 for no loss. That's 4.9. So that helps their cause. Dikshana will continue. He's bowling his third over on the trot in the power play. None for 16 for him.
But Nuwan Tushara really getting nothing though. 2 overs for 31. The ball not swinging, not dipping. The slower ball tends to dip. It was preferred over Ishan Malinga for this game, as he did lose his place in the team in that tri-series back in Rawalpindi. Well, maybe Matisha Pathirana might be that option for Sri Lanka to turn to, who's a lot quicker, and he's a banker in the death overs. Wonderful part of the world, Sri Lanka. Wherever you go, there's nature to soak in.
You're just talking about the role definition. Just before the start of the World Cup, every team is trying to get their best combination ready. And in recent times, when you look at the Pakistan 11 in this match, so to speak, and it's picked up. That's his favorite zone. He favors that. It's the stronger area where Saim Ayub scores runs and he gets yet another boundary.
Geez, they're playing some wonderful shots. Hasaranga loosening up. Well, he's not going to have many runs to bowl to, because both openers, they really are playing wonderfully well. Tikshana.
Oh, he's missed it completely. That no-look shot has become a no-look wicket. Tikshana strikes. He's been rewarded for being consistently into the stumps, and this time beats all defenses. Pakistan lose their first.
A breather for Sri Lanka. Tikshana. Almost at 100. That deviates ever so slightly in towards the left-hander. The celebrations tell you the story of how the Sri Lankans are feeling at the moment. Saim Ayub's gone for 24, 59 for 1, Pakistan.
बेपाक है तो पाकिस्तानियत.
Pakistan captain walks out at number 3 with that last wicket of Saim Ayub. First T20 international in Sri Lanka for the captain. I'm being told for the 11. That's Saim Ayub. Didn't get any part of the bat onto that. As you mentioned, Russ, slight deviation did the job. Power play is done. Pakistan 59 for 1.
बेपाक है तो पाकिस्तानियत है.
But Pakistan would be happy with what they see on that scoreboard, knowing that they need 129 to win this.
Yeah, 70 more. Required rate just a 5. Hasaranga. Power play is done. Straight into the attack.
Loud shot from the man in the slips. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting contest because Hasaranga, 128 or not, he's going to put up a fight to the opposition.
Yeah, he'll get his bag of tricks out. But with this type of required rate, the batters don't need to take any chances. When they're going after him is when he poses more of a threat.
Just get a feeling the Sahibzada Farhan with his 33 of 19, he might not look to play him off or whatever overs Hasaranga bowls. He'll still probably back himself.
It was power pack all right, the first 6 overs. Nuwan Tushar erring in line. That was a wonderful shot from Saim Ayub. Tushar in for a second over and the pain continued. Tikshana just before the end of the power play got that wicket. 59 runs off it then. They can afford to just knock him around like this. They really don't need take any chances. That puts them in a good position and nullifies the threat of Hasaranga.
Field spread out after the power play. That allows them to just push that ball because a huge vacant zone onto that onside. Fielders are pushed back, so as you said, they can just knock it around and take those singles.
Hasaranga in turn, desperation would probably force him to go higher, flight. That plays into the arc of the batters. They need a break. Something out of the ordinary to go in your favor. 4 runs, 4 singles off the Hasaranga over. 63 for 1.
And, today, Pakistan put Sri Lanka into bat. 128 all out in 19.2 overs. And here they are with 66 more required of 78 deliveries. Chamira once again into the attack. He's changed ends now. Now we operating from the grandstand end.
Wind behind him now. We've been given the flick from the grandstand, in fact. In previous years, the commentary box situated just above the side screen on the far end, between the two teams. Now we got a new spot. It's quite lonely out here. It's just us. There we are. But fabulous facilities, plenty of room. There we are. Enough room to spread our feet, be comfortable, and for some, sit on the phone and not be heard. Wonder who he's texting.
Everyone's calculating something.
Don't tell me they're texting each other.
Could be. Quick single, good single there. Not letting any opportunity go wherever there's a run possible. It's just a push, and he played it to the fielder, backing themselves.
There's a lot of work for the fielder to do, and had to take the long way around, run round Chamira. Did Pakistan's captain. 63 required then of 75 balls, well under control. This chase. No Babar Azam, Salman Ali Agha in at 3.
Catch it is the call, and it's been dropped. A tough call. Dived forward. Thought he got his fingers underneath it.
Thought he had it, Dasun Shanaka. Never easy diving forward though. Sri Lanka need those to stick. Have a closer look. Thought he did carry. Oh, that's a drop in fact. Done all the hard work, but just forgot to hang on to the ball.
Yeah, another slow one worked. 115 clicks.
R. Sridhar. Poke slightly towards that leg side. Roped in as Sri Lanka's fielding coach here. Leg by signals. Farhan not happy. Neither is Malingan. He wants runs given to him. Yeah, that's off the bat, but leg by signal by the umpire. That's why Farhan's not happy.
He's trying to elevate that over that short fine fielder. We still managed to get that boundary. Yeah, there was a lot of bat on that. No wonder he was a little upset. So the last ball of the over now. 72 on the board. Another slow one, but ends up as a low full toss and another boundary. Runs leaking here. 8 overs gone, 76 for 1.
विपाक है
Complete dominance from a Pakistan point of view. Boundary of the last ball. And he's been doing it well for 142 of 25. Striking at 168, 4 fours and 2 sixes. What more can you ask for from someone opening the batting, chasing a small target, wanting to set the tone? So you received my text, Mr. Amir Sohail? At least I was supposed to be texting you.
What for?
I don't know.
I shouldn't be bothered about gossips. Don't worry about that. But, you know, ever since he was selected to represent Pakistan, he's been very prolific. Sahibzada Farhan. And he's started to ooze with confidence. But you have to laud Pakistani bowler's performance. By packing up that innings for a paltry total, they have taken all the pressure off from the Pakistani batsmen, allowed them the freedom to come out and bat freely. Boundaries are flowing.
So you heard Russell Arnold make the point in the last over that Hasaranga will look to do different things to try and attack and get wickets, and that's exactly what we see here. He understands that wickets are important, so in the process you'll expect him to experiment, try to lure the batter, and the response could be very, very different.
And that presents a lot of opportunities for the batters to make their mark. Once a bowler is experimenting a lot, he's bound to offer freebies to the batter, and that's what we saw with the first delivery ball by Hasaranga.
He doesn't really have the luxury, obviously, of the runs he would have liked to have had. But having said that, you would have expected the Sri Lankan bowlers to put up a better fight. Yes, you're defending a smaller score, but come out and make a statement. But to the credit of the Pakistan batters, they just didn't let the Sri Lankan opening bowlers, particularly Nuwan Tushara, even attempt it.
Yeah, if there was any pressure on the Pakistani batters, it was evaporated in no time when they were able to find boundaries against Tushara. And that brought a lot of pressure on the other bowlers, forced them into experimenting a lot. And that's where Pakistani batters gained, and gained big time. 9 done, 82 for 1.
Right, 82 for 1. Well, we do all know that Sri Lanka went through a very difficult time in November of 2025 when Sri Lanka was struck by a cyclone by the name of Ditwa. But this is exactly what we could do: donate to the government of Sri Lanka via that portal. The government has established a rebuilding Sri Lanka fund under the Presidential Secretariat, governed by a joint government private sector committee. Now that is to make sure that credibility, efficiency and strong oversight is maintained. And also I can tell you that the tri-forces, the police and the national and regional administrators, they've all clearly worked hard to provide relief. And Sri Lanka Cricket and many other corporates have joined in, individuals have joined in. So, well, the call goes out, the clarion call goes out that everyone should support the rebuilding effort of Sri Lanka.
Yeah, hats off to this nation. This nation has dealt with quite a few calamities, but they stood up, never gave up, and rebuild. It's time to rebuild again.
Yeah, I can tell you one thing, Amir, just getting back to that very quickly, that Sri Lanka is a nation, as you very correctly said, have never been defeated. They've always overcome as a nation. And there have been many a situation that they had to face, including this one here, where Pakistan's hitting boundaries for fun, but Sri Lanka as a nation has always overcome.
Yeah, good footwork. Using depth at the crease on that occasion. Pakistani captain Salman Ali Agha. He has looked very positive from the onset.
Well, it's a little bit too easy at the moment. 40 of 63, no real threat from the Sri Lankan bowlers. Just making it easy. Yes, there are oohs and ahs, but don't really think that's a concern for the Pakistan batters, because this partnership also 31 of 23, so you could see the domination. Now it's down to 39 of 62. And from a T20 point of view, it has to be a walk in the park from here. Unless, of course, something seriously goes wrong.
Yeah, Pakistan can get over the line in a jiffy, especially if that man in the picture stays out there in the middle for Pakistan.
Well, you think they're not happy? They don't look happy. Pakistan's winning. Rather have them smiling a little bit more.
You need outpour of emotions from Pakistani
Just
coach.
smile. I mean, don't look tensed.
Looks relaxed.
All right, that's a different interpretation.
Pensive for you. 10 overs done, 93 for 1.
बेपाक है तो पाकिस्तानियत है.
$93 for 1. Hasaranga. Well, he's conceded 10 runs of 2 overs. He's mixed it up. If you just look at the pace he's bowled, he's dropped it to the 80s. That last one, he's just increased it to that high 80s. He's been looking for that balance or the pace or the opportunity to dismiss the batters. Oh no, this time it's taken in the deep. It was a friendly full toss. For a moment, Salman Ali Agha thought he had everything, but instead he only found the man at long on. And Sri Lanka has just got their second wicket.
It's a cruel game for some. You keep on bowling good deliveries without any luck, and then you bowl a long hop or juicy full toss, should I say, and you pick up a wicket. Funny old game this. And Hasaranga amongst wickets. Nicely judged catch. That is the Pakistani captain who has to walk back after scoring 16 of 11, 94 for 2.
बेपाक है तो शॉपिंग बेशुमार.
Bakr Saman is the new batter, with Pakistan needing just 35 or 58. That's his record. Good strike rate over 130. Average under 25. That's a worry for 106 innings. But someone who opens the batting in the middle order in this T20 format. Right, they brought in a slip. Now let's take a look at the field. Let's try and understand what Hasaranga's trying to do. Obviously, he's looking to give him a lot on the leg side, the fielders. He's got 5 on the leg. He's opened up the offside, and he's going over the wicket with a slip.
Now this kind of a field plays against a left hand tells you that the leg spinner is going to bowl outside the off stump. Spin it back and then take it away from the left-hander. That's why there is a slip in place.
And he's also got extra cover open. And he's looking to bowl that leg stump line. But Salman Ali Agha, he'll be mightily disappointed. That delivery was just 82.8. Gentle full toss, found the man at long on.
Wasn't able to middle the ball. Kick off the ball, surprise of the batter, and that's why no elevation, no force behind that stroke.
Been a good over. He's bowled the right line. He's looked to bowl wicket to wicket, or as you said, maybe around the off stump, spin it back, keep extra cover open, and doesn't allow the left-hander to work it away on the leg side. Now he's going round the wicket with one ball to go. Right down the track. He wouldn't mind it, Hasaranga. Though Fakhar Zaman gets it into the open spaces for 2 runs. 96 for 2.
पाक है तो पाकिस्तानियत है.
To 150. Pakistan got plenty of time to get over the line. They just need 33 more runs. 9 overs left. And Shamira's back. He's bowled 2 overs for 16. Dushmantha Shamira has been good, has kept himself fit. Bowled with good pace. One thing about him is that he's not someone, at least the new Shamira we see, he's not someone who's looking to bowl out and out pace, but he can crank it up to that high or mid 140s, but generally in the high 130s with far better control.
That's coming of age, maturing as a fast bowler. He's learned how to set up a batsman, and that's why he doesn't try and bowl fast every delivery. There was a slow delivery outside the off stump, and that was thumped. Should be 3.
And what an innings it has been by Farhan. He's 850. Third in his last 5 innings, which talks of the quality this man brings into this Pakistan batting. Well, the umpires would want to take a look as to whether it was cleanly hauled in. I think he's fine. He's done well. He's done well. I think he saved a single, but what about this man, Farhan? What an innings he's played. Outstanding.
Yeah, he's evolving day by day as a batter. Sahibzada Farhan. His demeanor out there in the middle tells you he has found his game. And he's pretty confident with that.
That's pace on. That is pace on from Dushmantha Shamira. Surprised him. Surprised Fakhar Zaman. The previous delivery was a slow one. This one, look at that. 140. This is Dushmantha Shamira for you.
And it was a well-directed bouncer.
Wide down the leg side. Perspective. Fakhar Zaman batting on the off stump against Dushmantha Shamira.
Maybe he's looking to cover the angle which the bowler is looking to create. but the bowler was offline on that occasion. He's got a different style of batting, and that's for sure. Fakhar Zaman.
Well, those leg side areas are covered, so opening those leg side areas wouldn't give him too much, because it's just like that. You just get a single.
Yeah, talking about Sahibzada Farhan. He came out gun blazing. From the word go, he was very positive. He pounced on every opportunity to score boundaries. Wasn't afraid to hit the ball aerial. But what really impressed me, the way he handled the leggy Hasaranga. We all know that he bowls with a low trajectory, and he was very low in his stance to be able to deal with those deliveries. Clever thinking, and it worked.
This time taken. Shanagan the catcher. Farhan goes. It is Dushmanta Chamira who strikes.
Yeah, it was Roshan who put mockers on Sahibzada Farhan. Commentators curse, and he's walking back. Nevertheless, good contribution from him. 51 from 36 deliveries. No timing, no elevation. Just hold out. It's 101 for 3.
है तो add to cart.
Usman Khan, the new batter in after the dismissal of Sahibzada Farhan. 24 matches to his name. For Usman Khan now more of a finisher. He's opened as well in the past in T20s. So is for Fakhar Zaman, a bit of a floater. He batted 6 and 7 also. In the recently concluded Tri-Nation. So it's an advantage to have a batter like him easily. Just blend in anywhere. Just blend in. They feel it's required. Wow, that really died on him.
Another good googly. That one almost through the defences. Inside edge. Batting lineup can alternate between roles and fit in to any situation, which in T20 cricket, any situation can come about. And if you've got enough skills in that batting lineup, you say there's a couple, as we know, big names to come back into this lineup heading into that World Cup. That the guys who get the opportunity here in these games, these series, you really take advantage and you give yourself the best practice, in inverted commas, for the World Cup.
Yeah, he closed the face of the bat. Hasaranga still at it. Even though it's 26 required, he's going to surely make life difficult, especially when the two batters are fairly new in the middle. He's got a challenge of a battle of his own going on with the batter.
In this time, well, 3 googlies in a row. The previous one to the left-hander was, oh, tell you what, so close. I don't think he would have needed to appeal for that one. Tonight he's asked some questions. That's what you want to see from a world-class player.
What Pakistan batters have done well, just looking at Hasaranga's spell, they just look to knock him around. They haven't tried anything flashy against him, which is why, yes, good figures for him, 1 for 16 in his final over, final ball, but they've looked not to give too many wickets to him.
Played within themselves, and cleverly so. The power play went for 55, so that is a huge chunk out of this total.
Fakhar Zaman will keep strike as Pakistan move to 106 for 3. Summary there, just 23 more required of 42. That equation favors Pakistan. They did well, the bowlers, restricting Sri Lanka to 128 and bowling them out inside 20 overs. Dhananjaya, bowling change. Another bowling option. Not much to play with at the moment at this stage of the match. He's completely missed that. And what do you know? You come into the attack and you've taken a wicket. First sign of aggression shown by Fakhar Zaman, but he was nowhere clear. First sign of aggression shown by Fakhar Zaman, but he was nowhere. He was keeping low, and Kushal Mendes just collected around his ankles and just flicked the bails.
Really well taken. Just going past that leg stump, and he finished the job really well. Delivery, he walks past one. That's right. Well taken. Great work behind the stumps.
Shadab Khan, the new batter in. He's making a comeback. It's June 25 in this T20 format. He's in, bowled so well. Straight away was Aman's wickets in his first over. There he is, out with the bat. When you look at Fakhar Zaman, when these connect, they look strong. When you miss it, then you ask the question, was it really necessary? The ball is keeping low, and he went after it.
So a lot of players also know that when there's someone who's in there to finish the job, don't leave it to someone else to finish the job. You do it yourself. Make sure no one else is needed in the dugout.
Yeah, when you look at the equation, 23 required of 38, you say you're still in good hands. But the other side of it, Pakistan have lost 3 wickets for just 12 runs. This being the last one. Good over that. 107 for 4.
पाक है तो पाकिस्तानियत है.
A strong start. As Pakistan side in their pursuit of 129 runs. Rahan and Samayub steady and powerful all at the same time in that power play, taking 59 off it, set them well on their way, but they lost some wickets. As we've mentioned now, 3 wickets very quickly. 94 for 2, 101 for 3, 106 for 4. So just losing their momentum. Saranga leaving the field, that's a bit of a worry. You always worry about injuries leading into the World Cup, and he's come off the field.
I think he's had enough. Could probably be that attempt that he did trying to catch that ball when it was hit hard in the covers. Took the tip of his fingers. There we go. The construction of the Jaffna International Cricket Stadium, and is currently underway. The landmark initiative represents a significant step forward in promoting cricket development in the northern part of Sri Lanka. They're saying we've got 10 pitches in the center, 138 acres to play with. And of course, once it's up and ready, the northern province, of course, will be one of other beautiful centers that Sri Lanka will have for international cricket. You look at that and how the ball is keeping low, you just wonder, had they got 150, it'll be a different ball game. And there was an opportunity because they lost 4 wickets for just nothing. 126 for 6, and they were all out for 128. Even in the last 2 overs, 12 balls, had they managed 20-21 runs, they would have reached 150. It wasn't to be. And credit should go to the bowling attack, both spin and quicks. which made things easier for the batters, and Pakistan was able to put up that score in that power play. Wide.
Trying to charge in here is Chimera, trying to create something. Keeper got excited for a moment, but then says, don't get excited, boys. I think I got that one wrong. A wide. Signalled after all of that. Chimera charging and trying to force the issue. Every now and then the wrist just goes a little bit, and that's what tends to happen. Goes down the leg side to the right-hander.
Yeah, when you appeal as a keeper, you just get your captain's attention. And in this case, Shanaka just wondering, what did I miss? Wow, he made it look so easy. Very risky to be able to play that behind the square on the offside. Have a look at that shot again in the replay.
Shadab, he's had a good day. Ball in hand, and now assured, punching it behind point. The quickest bowler on display for Sri Lanka this evening. Frustrating. Down to 15 runs needed now. But off up in the ring. Chimera trying to strive to knock those stumps over. Shadab will get some opportunities to score here. That's no doubt about that.
Saw him coming down and dropped it short, but Shadab was equal to task. And he's played that nice and clean to mid-wicket for another boundary.
And he's seen enough here. Shadab, he doesn't want to hang around and take any more time than he needs to. Chimera saw him coming, dragged the length back and charged him and pulled him away very confidently, and really a terrific stroke. Just short of that boundary. So a big over here, 11 off it. It's the look we've seen this evening, quite a few occasions from the Sri Lankan fans and skipper.
And they've come out in numbers that they haven't had many opportunities to really cheer up there. Even though there was rain scare, but they have come in, families, younger ones. And probably would like to see a little more or better fight in the remaining two T20 internationals. A nation that loves this sport. $15 overs have been bowled. 119 for 4. Just 10 required now from the last remaining 5 overs. John, if you were to dissect Sri Lanka's performance today and you were in that dressing room, what would you, or where would you start?
A little bit concerned about how they started in that power play. They didn't really look to assess conditions very well, and every stroke they tried didn't really come off, and they're pretty ineffective, to be honest, and lost the initiative. I felt where they could have gained some initiative in that first power play, where they've been so good in the recent past up front. Before the game we spoke about how they're scoring almost 10 and over in the power play in recent past, and now today that was where they failed. So it was really disappointing. The bowling, they're creating some opportunities, but the batting front is a real worry for them. In the middle order once again, to find a better start, somehow get off to a brighter start, and also some of the top four got to do the bulk of the batting. Some coaches might say, let's have a few rounds of golf. We don't need to play extra these days. Some coaches have got some interesting methods.
Some big names with the team who need no introduction. I mean, Sana Jayasuriya has been around, the head coach. Lasith Malinga, who better to have in the team as your bowling head. In recent times, just more to do with enough runs being put on board with the bat. And there's no shortage of talent there. We know what the opening slot is capable of. Kusal Mendes. They found someone very good in Mishara. We'll come back to that. 120. It's just about having a certain level of luck. Srilanka into the attack. Also the change of captain. Very recently, Srilanka handing the reins back to Shanaka. If I'm not wrong, they won that Asia Cup back in 22 under his captaincy. Yeah, it's gone through. That's another aspect. They'll revisit the fielding. Not the first time that the ball has gone to the field and has passed through.
Seems ever since power play in the first innings, they've been trying to play catch up in this game. Pakistan have been really good, kept taking wickets in their first innings, and now they got off to a very good start. They took the momentum towards the back end of that first innings that you mentioned, 4 wickets for not many, into their power play, and they really have never looked back. Pakistan, they're pretty clinical today so far. Pressed by Bra. There was. We talked him up so nicely earlier before the game. 4 overs, none for 40. So that was a bit disappointing from his perspective. But from the early on, Mirza 3 for 18. Wasim Junior 2 for 7. 2 for 25 from Shadab. So all the Pakistan bowlers really performed admirably today. Big shot out to square leg. That should be it. 2 needed. They're coming back. And safely home. So Usman doing the job and a final stroke to get themselves over the line, and it's been a brilliant work and a great day to open this T20 series for Pakistan.
Yeah, Pakistan go 1 up in this 3-match series against Sri Lanka, winning this one. A strong win, comprehensive win by 6 wickets. First bowling Sri Lanka out inside 20 overs for 128.